Hey everyone, this is Shpan, and I'm super excited to be showing the World of Daggerfall project mod by mod author Boysenult. Sorry for the butchered pronunciation there. This mod takes on the incredibly ambitious challenge of adding a bunch of new locations to the massive Daggerfall wilderness landscape, placing new structures and topography like mountain ranges, new locations like bandit settlements, shrines, port areas, family farms, and much, much more. A complaint I sometimes see among newer players that try Daggerfall is that the wilderness is too barren and there's not enough to easily discover organically, which can sometimes make exploration feel lacking. Though I may not agree with that exact point of view, I do agree that adding more variety, locations, and dynamic encounters placed throughout the wilderness and adding variety to Daggerfall's topography is a very valuable addition to the game and will make the exploration and discovery gameplay feel even greater. Today we're going to dive into all that this mod has to offer and showcase the exciting new additions you might find during your travels with this mod. I want to say that this mod has really surprised me, and it's been a while since I felt this way about a mod. It provides something that is really transformative for the game, and some people will love it and others might feel that it does too much, but however you feel about it, it's an incredible achievement in Daggerfall modding. But before we get started, if you appreciate this kind of video, consider subscribing to the channel, my Patreon, or becoming a channel member through the link in the video description below. And with all that out of the way, let's take a closer look at the World of Daggerfall project. I'm a big fan of beautiful landscapes, nature, and topography, and so that's the first addition from this mod that we'll be checking out. The most impressive landscape addition is the new mountains that are now placed throughout the appropriate regions. This mountain here, for example, manages to capture the immense size and scope that a mountain should have, and provides feelings we might get from real-life mountain ranges. It's a pretty awesome feeling to be traveling through the Dragontail mountain regions and to see it filled with mountains of all different sizes and shapes. The entire region finally lives up to its name. The verticality is fun to traverse, and it allows specific regions like this to have their own personality and flavor. I mean, just look at how incredibly impressive this is. You'll find sections of the mountains with massive boulders or long stretches of smaller hills. The arid Alakir Desert receives some really incredible treatment as well. Look at how massive this mountain is here. I was speechless seeing it for the first time. I was really not expecting some of the topography to be this realistic feeling and affecting such large areas. The sense of scale is just surprising. I don't know how else to put it. The desert area also has a lot of these flatter shaped rocks that seem typical for the climate of these regions. Alakir Desert is transformed in a way that I never imagined before downloading this mod. For the sake of this video, I'm going to speed up some of this, but look at how it feels to try and climb one of these massive mountains. I'm impressed with how much variety exists in the mod and how specific regions receive careful attention and interesting unique features. This level of care really goes a long way in making the game feel more immersive and more real, allowing players to enjoy more appropriate topography and environments with greater variety. The second most important addition to the mod, in my opinion, is the inclusion of bandit camps. Now, while traveling through the wilderness, you can come across bandit camps, some large and some small, some with loot and chests, and others with just deadly enemies waiting to rob or attack you. This is really a perfect addition to Daggerfall. Now we no longer need to rely on warm ashes or other wilderness encounter spawns like we see in other mods. Now built into the world itself are these believable outlaws and bandits scattered around. Some are behind rocks near roads, waiting to ambush adventurers or traveling merchants, and some are more hidden, acting as more of a base of operation that's far from city gates and far from the law. It's been a lot of fun traveling and coming across some of these because unlike the wilderness encounter mods, this isn't just simply spawning a few enemies. It's the flavor of these locations. Some of these bandits have taken over old temples or religious sites that have long been in ruins, and others have used the natural shelter of large rocks, fallen trees, and set up small campsites to defend themselves and their ill-gotten treasures. It's honestly all very flavorful and immersive. I mean, just look at this scene here, a bandit camp in the wilderness with the backdrop of these incredible mountains in front of us. I never thought a scene quite like this was possible in Daggerfall, and it's especially exciting because the combination of these two additions from this mod is one of the few things that Daggerfall was really missing in my opinion. Now we can find all sorts of new iterations that take advantage of combining both the breathtaking new landscapes and the well-designed bandit camps. It's also important to note that these locations won't be marked on your map, and therefore you can't fast travel to them, and you won't know where they are or when you'll run into them. There's a new element of danger and discovery while traveling, and you sometimes will come across awesome rewards when dealing with these bandits like magical equipment or artifacts. There's a few other locations added throughout the map with this mod, like port areas added near towns, some small religious sites or monuments, and also, interestingly, some smaller family farms that look really, really great. Something that really impresses me about this mod is that it's really thoughtfully designed. Take this smaller town's port area. We have a few ships near the water. This area feels like the proper size for a small town to have near the water. And there's even someone working the dock that you can interact with and talk to just like any other NPC. I like the colors used for the stone dock and boardwalk, and it's also nice that you can often see a few ships just off the coast in the distance. And now compare that to how the port area of the capital city of Wayrest was designed. We have a fleet of ships docked here, and further out we see an awesome lighthouse as well. The contrast in designs of port areas between the smaller towns and larger cities is the kind of detail I really was not expecting to see. This is really a beautiful lighthouse, and just in general, this port area is so scenic. Areas like this are fun to interact with and explore, and they make this world feel more real and lived in. My initial impression of this mod was that it was going to add new topography to various regions, but as you can see, it does so much more than that. Building up these docks adds an awesome beauty to capital cities. Now we just need a mod that lets us sail our ship in real time so we can dock in some of these new ports and set up our base of operations for a playthrough there. These awesome new additions make me think a new pirate playthrough might need to come soon. Now let's take a look at this picturesque home here. The small crops being grown out front, and a really nicely designed building with some unique windows. This location also happened to spawn with a windmill as well. Just like all the other locations added to this mod, even these small farms and homes that you might find scattered around aren't actually marked on your map. It's really great this way, because the surprise of running into them is a lot of fun, and if you're like me, you'll feel compelled to explore them. The World of Daggerfall project is a seriously impressive and ambitious mod that successfully executed everything it was trying to provide to the player base. Going into this mod, I was not expecting it to feel as transformative as it feels for me. It's brought so much life and wonder to these regions, and I feel in a way like I'm looking at these places for the first time. It's not only about the new topography that transforms regions, or all the new fun bandit camps that are now scattered across the world, but it's also the small details in the port areas, and the new scenic farmhouses and monuments populating what was once a barren wilderness. Whether or not the mod continues to receive updates, it's in such a great place already that I highly recommend trying it out. There's even more out there in this mod that I wasn't able to show, and I hope some of the awesome locations I shared with you in this video inspire you to try it out for yourself. And as always, if you install it and enjoy it, don't forget to support our amazing mod authors by endorsing them on the Nexus site, link in the video description below. Thanks for watching everyone, and I hope I'll see you in the next video. Take care.